Some won, some didn't, but I was like, okay, this is my little appreciation gift to them. Because they don't be having a lot
being blackballed by the NFL. What is going on there?
I hate the rhetoric of like, oh, he's, what's it called? They're trying to humble him. Like, he needs to be humbled. First of all, I think that's so disgusting to say that like a confident black man needs to be humbled. I hate that with my whole passion. I hate when people call like successful, smart, intelligent, but just like also successful, talented black men cocky for just being confident in their crafts. I hate that with a passion.
Nike just executed a genius money move, signing Shedeur Sanders before the NFL even had time to reset their draft boards. Picture the league scrambling with strategy sheets, only to see Nike already transform Shedeur into a one-man investment portfolio. He hasn't thrown a single professional pass, yet he's pulling in bigger paydays than plenty of quarterbacks who start every Sunday. The real kicker? This feels less like a sponsorship and more like a checkmate. The question now, did Nike just outthink the entire NFL?
People are so threatened by someone else's confidence that they want you to dim your own light just to make them feel better. And that's not gonna happen here. I mean, let's be honest, you don't like him because he's flashy, because he has a nice watch, better than yours, better than mine, you know? I mean, that just sounds like hating though to me. I mean, he is a rich kid who's really earned it. And that's why people should actually be applauding Shedeur. He doesn't have any scandal attached to his name, upstanding citizen. He's always supportive of his teammates and has been an excellent leader on the field, looks like it off the field. It's not easy walking in the footsteps of your famous dad, let alone Hall of Fame.
If you're enjoying, please subscribe Shedeur Sanders to the channel. It helps more than you think. Nike didn't just sign Shedeur Sanders, they stormed the NFL's house, walked straight past the draft boards, and said, he's ours now. No waiting for Roger Goodell to awkwardly announce his name at the podium. Nike saw Shedeur as too flashy, too marketable, and too ready to waste even a second. While the league is still buried in scouting reports and nitpicking mechanics, Nike is already sketching ad campaigns, rolling out posters, and debating which colorway screams the new face of football. It wasn't just a signing, it was a takeover move, bold and perfectly timed.
$250 million in rookie jersey sales for Shedeur Sanders, which means he's going to commission $14 million. He only made $4.6 million from his rookie contract. So he's already made more than most second, third, whatever.
Never a bad message to tell your kids, be humble. Don't gas your kids up too much. He is a 500 quarterback who couldn't get drafted in the first round. Bro, you wore New York Giant cleats. I know in society, everybody loves the TikTok watch thing. You know who doesn't apparently love it? NFL executives. You're drafting employees. Can we just go back in society where hard work matters and humility's not uncool? Is humility the worst thing? You gotta put legendary everywhere. How about you play a game? What?
Let's be honest, this wasn't just a sports deal, it was a billion-dollar chess match. Nike doesn't throw out golden contracts just to flex, and they definitely don't treat quarterbacks like Monopoly pieces. They see Shedeur as more than an arm, he's the headline, the brand, the Instagram scroll stopper. He's got that prime pedigree baked into his DNA, and Nike isn't blind to it. They're betting on Shedeur the way Wall Street bets on AI, high risk, massive reward.
It's a sign for anybody out there that feels like they've been done wrong. You are always going to end up on the right side if you are a good person. Shedeur has been doing nothing, keeping quiet, working, minding his business, driving the speed limit hopefully, and doing everything he needs to do to prepare for this upcoming season.
This wasn't about football, it was about locking down the future of influence. The best part?
Let's give him a chance. Let's give him a chance with the play calling. You know you have an offensive line that isn't playing that well. So what do? Why not just play the short game so he can get the ball out of his hands very fast to run a competent goddamn offense? Outside of that, Shedeur has to be better in understanding that the offensive line that you're working with right now is not adequate. Why not allow the players that are competing for a job, in this instance, Shedeur Sanders, to finish off the 2-minute drill? Who makes that call? He makes that call. Why? Because I want the last thing people to see is the mistakes and the sacks that happen.
NFL execs had no clue this was coming. One moment, they're debating whether Shedeur will land in the top 5 picks or slide down the board, and the next, Nike has already turned him into a billboard before he's even officially a professional athlete. Imagine the chaos in those war rooms. Some general manager probably spilled his coffee, dropped his headset, and screamed at the scouting department for not signing Shedeur themselves. Nike didn't just jump the line, they built their own express lane, and the NFL is still trying to catch its breath.
Y'all see Shedeur first game? Yeah, I was at the bar watching it. A lot of upset, you know what I'm saying, people around there. A lot of people did not want to see him, you know what I'm saying, be successful. If he'd have fucked up, y'all have been talking crazy about Shedeur. Show some respect.
I questioned how he went about things in interviews.
Yeah.
But after watching how much people hating how bad they want to see him fall, I'm all the way on the other side now.
Yeah,
I want to see him win everything. I thought he was gonna get picked in the first round and all that stuff. So
I'm rocking with Shedeur all the way, but I think that is dope that he walked up to the writer and said, "Hey man, why you ain't got nothing nice to ever say about me, bro?"
5th round pick, and y'all still hating on him.
Did y'all see about the business side of it? He gets a percentage of everyone in his jersey.
But why Shedeur? Why the son of Deion Sanders, who hasn't even played a single down in the NFL yet? Because Nike isn't dumb, they know Shedeur isn't just a quarterback. He's a brand. The moment he transferred to Colorado, the cameras followed, the media circus parked its tents, and suddenly the Buffs went from an afterthought to front-page news. Every game felt like an event, every outfit was a statement, and every Instagram post was an ad campaign waiting to happen. Nike looked at all that and thought, yeah, that's our guy. Forget the stats. Give us the swagger. And let's not sugarcoat it, Shedeur has the numbers too. He's not just all flash. He can sling the ball with precision, command an offense, and keep composure under pressure. He's got the arm talent, but more importantly, he's got the aura. He's not just playing football, he's starring in a show that happens to involve touchdowns. That's what Nike is buying into. The kid isn't simply a quarterback, he's the main character of college football. Think about it, Nike thrives on moments. Jordan wasn't just a basketball player, he was the guy who could make time stop midair. Tiger wasn't just a golfer, he was the man who turned Sunday red into a religion. LeBron wasn't just a teenager from Akron, he was the chosen one before he even touched the NBA floor.
Y'all saying, my name is Willie B, man. Hey, he the real deal. That's coming from Willie. Hey, now how y'all feel now? How y'all feel now? No matter what he do, how you feel now? That man playing for his daddy. All you haters, if you hate Shedeur, you hate football. How can you not love that story? Deion Sanders, absolute legend, icon.
Shedeur fits that mold. He's not just the next man up, he's the story that sells shoes, jerseys, and whatever else Nike decides to slap a swoosh on. And the NFL? Oh, they hate this. Because usually, the league controls the narrative. Rookie quarterbacks get introduced through draft day drama, not billion-dollar marketing rollouts. But now, Shedeur comes prepackaged as an icon before Goodell even says his name. He's entering the NFL not as a prospect but as a fully formed celebrity brand. That changes everything. Just picture it, most rookies show up to training camp carrying a backpack and a dream. Shedeur? He'll walk in with a Nike contract, designer sunglasses, and cameras flashing like it's a red carpet event. Coaches will be trying to draw up plays, while reporters ask if his new sneaker line drops before or after the preseason. That's the level of madness Nike just injected into the league. And let's talk about NIL, the wild new frontier of college sports. Back in the day, college players were basically unpaid interns in shoulder pads. They got scholarships, sure, but if they wanted to buy a pizza, they had to ask their roommate to Venmo them $5. Now, Shedeur is cashing checks that make some NFL veterans jealous. College athletes have become walking corporations, and Shedeur is sitting at the top of that mountain.
Shedeur Sanders is going to be bigger than Tim Tebow in terms of how people perceive his star. He will out Tebow because whatever his deficiencies are as a talent, there is no denying he's a star. He will be the greatest NFL draft story ever told. His entire story, from Jackson State to Colorado to slipping, whatever you want to call it, falling, slipping, getting pushed, blackballed, sent a message to the 5th round. He had the highest rated preseason game. He had 2 million viewers on the NFL Network.
Nike saw Nil as the perfect testing ground, and Shedeur as the perfect product. It's not about waiting until he's a professional, it's about owning the moment now, before anyone else can. This deal isn't just about Shedeur, though, it's about the future of sports marketing. Nike just fired the opening shot in a war that's about to get ugly. The NFL isn't just shocked, it's rattled. Because this isn't just about a quarterback getting a shoe deal. This is about the balance of power shifting. For decades, the league had the final word on who mattered and who didn't. Now, Nike has shown it can crown stars independently. Shedeur isn't just entering. Legendary. When you're marketed as the next face of football before your draft suit is even tailored, there's no room for mediocrity. Every interception will be scrutinized, every touchdown celebrated like the second coming. It's not just about winning games, it's about living up to the brand. The question now isn't whether Shedeur will succeed, it's whether he can handle being a cultural icon before being an NFL rookie. Nike is betting everything that he can.
Jerseys. And did y'all see the price of tickets for that preseason game after he announced that he was gonna be the starter?
Crazy.
Bro, that shit went from $12 to $150.
And you can say it's preseason all you want to. NFL fans do not care about that. They locked in, bro. NFL fans different.
I'm just proud that he went out there and performed. He had a good game.
The clause is called prime equity. This clause gives Sanders a percentage of revenue generated from merchandise, sponsorships, and promotions linked to his name and likeness.
You mean got an NIL in the NFL?
He's too smart.
Yeah, that's why he got picked so far back, because apparently his agents wanted this clause in the contract. He can get a dumb bag.
He already getting people buying them jerseys right now.
It's reported that his jersey sales have reached 250 million, which generates.
And if history tells us anything, when Nike picks someone, they usually turn out to be right. But let's be clear, this isn't just a football story. It's bigger than that. It's about how sports, business, and culture collide in the age of social media. It's about how one player can shift an entire industry's strategy just by being himself. And it's about how the NFL, for the first time in a long time, isn't holding the cards. Nike is. The funniest part of all this? The pressure that just got dumped squarely on Shedeur's shoulders. Forget defensive blitzes, this Nike deal is the kind of weight that makes grown quarterbacks start Googling stress therapy near me. Because when Nike crowns you as the next chosen one, there's no going back. They're not investing in pretty good. They're not cutting checks for decent backup. They're throwing money at the idea that Shedeur is going to redefine the quarterback position while also looking like he just stepped off a magazine cover. Every single snap he takes from this point on carries double meaning. Nike didn't just sign a quarterback, they signed a narrative, and Shedeur is now both the protagonist and the marketing department's last hope. And this isn't just me exaggerating, it's the reality. We've seen it before.
Get excited, Browns fans. Shedeur Sanders was very impressive in his rookie debut. Preseason game 1 against the Panthers last night. Oh man. Now, it wasn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but for what you wanted to see, for what I wanted to see in this game from Shedeur Sanders, I saw it and more, actually. So to break down the stats, Shedeur Sanders, 14 of 23 for 138 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. This was in 2.5 quarters of play during the preseason game.
Imagine being a veteran NFL quarterback right now. You've been grinding for a decade, throwing passes in snowstorms, playing through injuries, eating bland chicken breast every day for peak performance. And then here comes Shedeur, not even officially in the league, already rocking custom sneakers and front-page commercials. Some of these veterans don't even have a cleat deal, let alone a multi-million-dollar Nike contract. You know there are locker rooms where the whispers have already started. How did this kid get more endorsements than me before his rookie haircut grows out? And that's where things get really spicy, because this deal isn't just about Shedeur. It's about how the NFL landscape might shift because of him. Younger players are watching, wide-eyed, realizing that the playbook for becoming a star has officially changed. Let's also not forget, Shedeur didn't land in this position by accident. He's got the swagger, the composure, and the camera presence down to a science. Every outfit he wears, every car he pulls up in, every Instagram caption. It's all curated, all deliberate, all designed to scream, "I'm bigger than just football." That's why Nike picked him. They don't just want touchdowns, they want culture. And Shedeur brings culture with him like it's part of the equipment bag. The NFL, meanwhile, is caught between admiration and panic.
Look at the press conference. Look at the pressers. Shedeur didn't stand on business. Huh? He didn't stand on business? He's showing the poise, the responses, the class of an NFL quarterback, of a first-string quarterback somewhere. He already selling the jerseys out, right? He already doing that. He already giving y'all the business of a first-string quarterback, but y'all keep playing with him. Stop playing with him. He said, "Dylan, you playing with me? I'm the competitor. I'm not a competitor, but you are. Come on, man. Watch me show you, little boy. That's what's about to happen. Saturday. Watch my word."
On one hand, they love the attention, it brings eyeballs, ticket sales, and TV ratings. On the other hand, they hate the idea that someone else is controlling the narrative. Usually, the league likes to be the puppeteer, holding all the strings. But now? Nike just walked in and snatched the whole puppet show, selling tickets before the NFL even realized the curtain went up. And here's the kicker. This deal actually puts more pressure on whichever team drafts Shedeur. Because the moment they call his name, they're not just drafting a quarterback, they're inheriting a global brand. The marketing department is going to be working overtime before he even throws a preseason pass. Jerseys need to be stocked, commercials need to air, and suddenly the equipment manager has to make sure Shedeur's cleats aren't just functional but also perfectly camera-ready.
Shedeur Sanders' NFL debut was the highest rating NFL preseason game in the last decade with 2.2 million viewers. Absolutely insane, and when he starts for his first game, you can double and triple that number as well.
Can you imagine the chaos in that locker room? Coaches trying to give him tips on reading defenses, while PR managers remind him to smile during the Nike shoot tomorrow. Teammates trying to bond, while Shedeur's schedule is split between film study and photo shoots. It's not just football anymore, it's an empire. And the team that drafts him better be ready to manage it. This is where the irony really kicks in. For decades, the NFL has been the kingmaker. If you wanted to be a superstar, you had to go through the league. They controlled the spotlight, the marketing machine, the endorsements. Now, Nike has basically said, "We'll take it from here." They've created a superstar independent of the NFL's blessing. The draft hasn't even happened, and Shedeur is already more marketable than half the starting quarterbacks in the league. That has to sting for a few billionaires in the owner's box. And if we're being honest, this deal might actually help Shedeur in ways the NFL can't. Think about it, he's already set financially. He doesn't need to rush into risky plays just to prove himself. He doesn't need to force bad throws to justify his draft slot. Nike gave him the cushion to take his time, to develop, to focus on building his career rather than chasing every dollar. That's a luxury very few rookies get. It's the kind of deal that can extend his career, not shorten it.
The #1 program on broadcast and cable television. Bank of America's stadium's capacity is 75,525. There were 71,205 in attendance. That's a preseason game. Ratings draw. He has the #1 jersey sales, 5th round pick. Everybody, he's a star, and everybody who knows it, except the Cleveland Browns, who still, for some inexplicable reason, have him listed as QB4.
But let's not act like this is a guaranteed fairy tale. There's risk here, too. For every Jordan and LeBron, there's a cautionary tale, athletes who were supposed to be legends but faded into obscurity. Nike is betting Shedeur won't be one of those stories, but the spotlight is relentless. The higher the expectations, the harder the fall if things don't go perfectly. One bad season, one injury, one rough stretch, and suddenly the narrative flips. The same media circus that lifts him up could tear him down in a heartbeat. Still, if you look at how Shedeur handles himself, it's clear he's not just winging it. He's calculated. He knows the weight of the Sanders name, the legacy of Coach Prime, and the spotlight that comes with it. He's not running from it, he's leaning into it. And that's exactly what Nike saw, not just a player, but a performer who knows how to own the stage. So here we are, Nike has its new golden boy, the NFL has a branding headache, and Shedeur has the keys to a kingdom most rookies couldn't even dream of. The stage is set, the stakes are massive, and the whole world is watching to see if this gamble pays off.